All right, Mix 1041 at mixtv.tv. We are joined by our friends from Alon Planning Partners. We have Jay and Brittany Hagee here in the studio. Great to see both of you.
Great to see you, Bridget.
You too.
So today we're going to talk about our financial puzzle and what a financial plan really is and how it is truly like putting a puzzle together.
Really is. And our son actually likes putting puzzles together a lot. He's 12 and he likes to sit there for hours and put puzzle pieces together.
He's like a master little engineer.
He's like a little engineer. And
wanting
I'm like,
to know how it works. And
I don't have the patience for that a lot of times, right? But he does, and it's awesome. But the problem is if he gets all the way to the end and there's a piece or two or three missing, or he's went the wrong way about it and he can't find a few of the pieces, it's a problem for the whole picture, right? You miss the beauty of the whole picture because you missed a few pieces, or maybe it takes longer to put together because you didn't start the right way. There is strategy to putting together this puzzle. And so I was thinking about that and I'm like, you know what? Our financial success really is like putting together a puzzle. It's like making sure you have all the right pieces in the right place at the right times in order for you to get to your financial goals. And so we just want to real quickly today hit 4 or 5 of those puzzle pieces that you better have in place.
Yeah, within that illustration, if you have all the right pieces, but they're not in the right place, you still don't have the picture, right? The pile of the puzzle pieces looks very different than the puzzle put together. So it's about having the right pieces, but then also putting those pieces in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, because if you ever put a puzzle together and like a piece may fit together with another one, but that doesn't mean that's where it goes, right? I don't know if you're a puzzle maker, Bridget,
Right,
you like
yes.
to do that, but like sometimes there are pieces that like, oh, that could fit there, I could see that, but it doesn't align with the picture. You have to make sure that it aligns. And so here's the 5 pieces that you have to have in place for the financial puzzle we're putting together. The first one's investment management. This is the one that most folks talk through ad nauseum, like whether it's every big box brokerage house on every corner, or maybe you have a financial advisor, or your neighbor, your cousin, your friend, your brother-in-law, whoever it is that gives you financial advice. You're usually talking about, hey, what are you invested in? What stocks, bonds, REITs, whatever it may be that you're invested in. How are you putting together that part? But it's just 1/5 of the pie. Like having a proper investment management strategy is super important. You need to make sure that you are allocated properly to hit the goals that you want. That is absolutely true, and that your risk tolerance is right. But you also want to make sure that you have a lot of these other pieces in place
And
too.
before we kind of name those 4, I want to go one step back, because even before we craft an investment strategy and determine, okay, what's the best positioning, you've got to know what you want. You've got to have a goal in mind.
There's got to be a picture.
You've got to, you've got to be able to really express, okay, this is where I'm wanting to go, or this is what I'm wanting to experience. This is what I'm wanting to do with what I have. So again, you've got to know where you're going before we can help you craft a path to get there. So before we can do anything, it's your job to say, hey, this is what I want. This is what I'm working towards. This is the picture that I am working to build.
That's
and then we help you build that. So beginning, like he
First,
said, with the investment management, making sure you're positioned properly, you're not overspending, you're within your means, living within your means, and that you're saving properly in all types of taxable accounts, tax deferred, tax free, all of those things, right? We're going to hit a bit more on that later. But that's the beginning. That's the cornerstone. From there, you've got to build an income strategy. Whether you're in your working years, again, making sure you're not overspending what your working income is, or during your retirement years, taking distributions from your account. Man, that's a whole other ballgame.
Nobody wants to run out of money.
Because a lot of people think, I'll just pull money out from my 401k when I need it. But listen, if you do that, I can almost guarantee, probably shouldn't say that word, it's really like you will run out. Because that's not a strategy. That's just like a haphazard approach. I'll take what I need when I need it, and let's just hope it all works out. That's not a strategy. So what I'm talking about is pulling from the right investments at the right time. Some market investments, some safer investments, safer when it comes to market risk investments. Variety CDs, whatever, real estate, whatever your assets look like, pulling from the right thing at the right time. That is a true income strategy, distribution strategy, which is the second thing. And then the third thing is taxes.
You have to have
we're
tax
in the throes of that now, right? Everybody's feeling it. The tax timeline is ticking.
That's right.
We've got just a few more weeks
here.
But this is not the time to plan. Let me put it this way. It's always the time to plan. Right now is the time to pay. Right now, we're paying taxes.
We better
right?
be planning for
You
2, 3,
better
4 years
be
away.
planning and not just paying. So ensuring that we have taxable accounts where we're saving now and growing tax deferred, but also that we are paying taxes on some of our income in dollars now so that it can grow tax free. That's a big gift in retirement, to have a bucket of money that we can just take out of and, oh, surprise, Uncle Sam doesn't put his hand in that bucket. That's what we want to help folks
Right.
build. True tax strategy.
And I know we don't have a lot of time this morning, so I'm just going to hit all 5 real quick. The first 3, like she said, investment management, income strategy to make sure you're not going to run out of money, and tax strategy to make sure you're not paying Uncle Sam too much, more than your fair share. The last 2 are healthcare, which is a huge one. We could spend an hour just talking about why you need a good healthcare plan, and then estate planning. You want to make sure that your healthcare and your estate plan are in place as well, because any one of these 5 pieces that are missing, you're not going to get a complete puzzle. You're not going to get a complete picture.
Yeah.
You're going to see a partial picture, or you're going to get partial points of that put together. But you need to make sure that you have all 5 so that, like Brittany talked about, that goal that you have, that retirement dream, that picture, whatever it looks like, it will be complete and full, and you will not have the stress and fear of worrying about, oh man, I could have done this, or oh man, I should have done that, or I'm going to run out of money, or my health care is a mess, and now it's going to take away from my income strategy. All of these things need to be approached and talked about in length. And that's what we want to do for you. If you're listening today and you've got an idea of what that picture would look like in your mind for your retirement, but you may not have all the pieces yet.
Right.
That's okay. That's why we're here. You can meet with us at 423-315-1441 or allonplanning.com. That's ALLON planning.com. You can schedule a complimentary consultation right from our website right there. And we would love to get together with you, hear about the picture you have for retirement, and show you, here are the puzzle pieces that we have to put in place for you to get there.
Yeah, we have an incredible team of fiduciary advisors that have openings in their schedule to be able to sit with you. We want to sit with you and
Right.
walk you through this process. It's okay if you don't even know the right questions to ask. Some folks come and, here's my statements, help. That's okay.
Just bring it all.
Yeah, that is absolutely
We're here to
okay.
help.
That is why we're here, to help bring some order to some of that chaos you may be feeling. So give us a call, 423-315-1441. You can also visit our website, allonplanning.com. I want to make sure I mention this because we spend a lot of time and energy on education. We want to help resource folks when it comes to these
Absolutely.
kind of daunting financial topics. And so we have a resource library in our attached to our website, a YouTube channel, to really resource you with information about some of these topics that you have questions about. So check out our website. Again, it's allonplanning.com, ALLON planning.com, and learn more.
All right. That's our friends Jay and Brittany Hagee with Allon Planning Partners. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thanks
We
for
appreciate
having us,
it.
Bridget.
Thank you.
Investment advisory services are offered through Foundations Investment Advisors, LLC, an SEC-registered investment advisor. The content provided is intended for informational and educational purposes only. The views, statements, and opinions expressed herein are those of the individual speakers and not necessarily those of Foundations and its affiliates. The information contained herein does not constitute an offer to sell any securities or represent an express or implied opinion or endorsement of any specific investment opportunity, offering, or issuer. Any discussion of performance or returns is not indicative of future results. Each individual investor's situation is different, and any ideas provided may not be appropriate for your particular circumstances. Foundations only transacts business in states where it is properly registered or is excluded or exempted from registration requirements. Registration as an investment advisor is not an endorsement of the firm by securities regulators and does not mean the advisor has achieved a specific level of skill or ability. No legal or tax advice is provided. Always consult with a tax professional. All rights reserved.